Have you ever gotten out of bed and wondered why your body doesn't quite feel like it used to? Maybe your knees creak a little more than yesterday, or your energy just doesn't seem to show up until hours later, if at all. That first hour after you wake up can feel like climbing a hill before your day even begins. But what if I told you that how you start your morning can shape not only your entire day, but quite possibly add years to your life? Hi there. I'm glad you're here because today we're diving into something that could change the way you feel, not just today, but every day after. This video is all about the small, powerful morning routines that seniors around the world are using to live longer, stay energized, and feel younger, well into their 80s and 90s. You don't need to overhaul your life or buy expensive supplements. The real secrets? They're simple, and they begin the moment you open your eyes. Let's start with the very first one. And it might surprise you. Waking up gently. That's right. Most people underestimate how important the very first few minutes are. Instead of jumping out of bed or reaching for your phone, try this. Stay still. Let your body wake up slowly. Take a few deep breaths. Stretch your fingers, your toes, roll your shoulders a bit. This small act of waking up mindfully helps your nervous system ease into the day without a shock. And that's a gift to your heart, your blood pressure, and your mood. In Okinawa, Japan, where people regularly live well into their hundreds, mornings begin slowly and with purpose. They don't bolt into the day. They let their body catch up to their mind. It's not laziness, it's wisdom. It's respecting that your body has been at rest for hours and needs a gentle runway to take off. Next, water before anything else. Before the coffee, before breakfast, even before your morning pills, start with a glass of water. Overnight, your body becomes dehydrated. Think of your cells like dry sponges waiting to soak up fuel. Rehydrating. First thing improves digestion, cushions your joints, wakes up your brain, and gives your organs the boost they need to start functioning optimally. I know some people think, but I don't feel thirsty. And that's exactly the point. By the time you feel thirsty, your body's already been running on empty. A simple glass of water can sharpen your memory, boost your energy, and even reduce those little aches and pains we often attribute to getting older. Some of the longest living communities, like those in Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, swear by warm lemon water in the morning. It wakes up the digestive tract and helps flush out toxins built up overnight. Whether it's warm water, cool water, or water with a squeeze of citrus, just get it in. It's the easiest medicine you'll ever take. Now let's talk about movement, but not the gym kind. We're not talking about an intense workout. We're talking about gentle, intentional movement, something that gets the blood flowing and tells your muscles, hey, it's time to show up. Think stretching, light yoga, tai chi, or even just a few arm circles and walking around your home for 5 minutes. Movement in the morning sets the tone for circulation. It helps with balance, which becomes more important with every passing year. It even improves your mood by releasing those wonderful feel-good chemicals we all need, especially on the tougher mornings. One woman I spoke to recently told me she does 5 slow squats every morning while brushing her teeth. That's it. Just 5. But over time, it helped her knees hurt less, her legs feel steadier, and gave her a small but real sense of accomplishment before the day had even started. And that's the magic of morning routines. They don't have to be dramatic to be effective. They just need to be consistent. You see, aging isn't something we can stop, but the speed at which it happens? That's something we can absolutely influence. And the morning is when you have the most control. Before the phone calls, before the news, before the world needs something from you, it's your time. So far, we've looked at waking up gently, drinking water, and light movement. These small choices create a ripple effect that shapes how your body feels, how clearly you think, and even how you emotionally handle the day ahead. And while none of these things require more than a few minutes, they carry long-term benefits that add up. quietly, steadily, and powerfully. Now that we've eased into the morning with intention, let's explore another routine that often gets overlooked, but may be one of the most important of all when it comes to living longer and feeling more alive. Now that we've gently woken the body, hydrated it, and added a touch of movement, there's one more morning habit that can quietly transform the way you age, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And it's not a pill or a breakfast shake or even a supplement. It's stillness. I know in a world that's always telling us to do more, be more, and stay busy, stillness might sound like doing nothing. But ask anyone who's lived a long, healthy life, and many of them will tell you their morning includes quiet, time with themselves, time to think, time to breathe without pressure or distraction. Now, I don't mean sitting cross-legged on a yoga mat unless you want to. Stillness can be as simple as sipping your coffee by the window, watching the morning light. It can be sitting in your favorite chair, listening to the birds outside, or even putting your hands on your chest and just noticing your heartbeat. What this does is anchor your nervous system. It reminds your brain that you are safe, that the day hasn't rushed in yet, that your thoughts belong to you before the world pulls you in 10 different directions. Science backs this up. Seniors who practice mindfulness, even for a few minutes in the morning, report less anxiety, better memory, and sharper decision-making throughout the day. It doesn't take a full meditation session. It just takes presence. In Sardinia, Italy, another blue zone where people frequently live past 90, many elders start their day with a moment of silence. No phones, no television, just sitting with themselves, breathing deeply, connecting to the morning. It's not about productivity, it's about peace. And that kind of peace adds years, not just to your life, but to the quality of those years. Sometimes we underestimate how our mornings shape everything else. If you've ever had a morning where something went wrong, spilled coffee, missed appointment, you've likely noticed how it lingers in your body for hours. The opposite is true, too. A calm, intentional morning can keep you grounded, even when the day gets noisy. This brings us to something that naturally follows stillness: nourishment. And not just any kind of breakfast, but a thoughtful one. Something your body will thank you for all day. Now, I know breakfast looks different for everyone. Some folks wake up ravenous. Others aren't hungry until later. But one thing is clear. What you put into your body first thing affects your energy, your mood, and even your memory. A good breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. It could be oatmeal with a handful of berries, toast with avocado and olive oil, or even a smoothie packed with greens and a spoonful of nut butter. The key is to choose foods that give back, not spike your sugar, leave you hungry in an hour, or send your energy on a roller coaster. Think fiber, healthy fats, and protein. And yes, it's okay to have a little treat now and then. A croissant or pancake now and then isn't the enemy. The issue comes when processed, sugary breakfasts become the norm. They lead to inflammation, energy crashes, and long-term issues that quietly chip away at your vitality. People living in Ikaria, Greece, a place where age 90 is just another birthday, often start their day with simple, homemade foods. Herbal tea with wild mountain herbs, bread made from ancient grains, and fresh cheese or olives. It's humble, nourishing, and most importantly, it's shared. Meals aren't eaten alone in front of the television. They're savored. That brings us to another powerful part of the morning routine: connection. Even if it's just a quick phone call, a walk with a friend, or a shared smile with a neighbor, it matters. Human connection is one of the strongest predictors of a long, fulfilling life. And the morning is a beautiful time to begin your day with a sense of belonging. Loneliness, especially in our later years, can quietly harm both our emotional and physical health. But the antidote isn't always a crowd. Sometimes it's just knowing someone is there, that you're seen, that your morning and your life matters. So maybe tomorrow morning, after your stretch, your water, your quiet moment, and a nourishing bite, you send a message to someone, or meet a friend for a short walk, or even smile at the cashier when you grab your morning paper. These tiny interactions create invisible threads of well-being that strengthen you in ways no vitamin can. The point of all these routines isn't to add more to your plate. It's to add more life to your years. A few mindful shifts in how you greet the day can lower stress, support your body, and center your mind, all before 9 a.m. And if you're thinking, well, it's too late for me to change now, I want to remind you of this. Your body is always listening, and it's never too late to treat it with kindness. Each morning you wake up is another chance to feel good, to show up for yourself, and to live with intention. You've made it this far in life, and that says something. You've weathered storms, raised families, worked hard, and loved deeply. You deserve mornings that support you, that fill your cup, that make you feel alive, not just awake. So tomorrow, when your feet hit the floor, remember, this is your time. And it starts with how you choose to greet the day. And once you've created space in your morning for stillness, nourishment, and connection, there's one final layer that ties all the other habits together. Purpose. It might sound like a grand idea, but in reality, purpose can be incredibly simple. Purpose is what gives your day meaning. It's what gets you out of bed with something to look forward to. And for seniors who live long, healthy lives, having a reason to rise each morning is just as critical as eating well or moving the body. Think of the people you've known who seem to age with grace. They may have had gray hair and slower steps, but there was a spark in their eyes, a garden to tend, a dog to walk, a group they volunteered with. Even if they lived alone, their days were stitched together by small, meaningful moments that made life worth living. In Okinawa, Japan, a region famous for its high population of centenarians, they have a word, ikigai. It means reason for being. For many, it's not about a career or a grand goal. It's as modest as caring for grandchildren, sweeping the porch, or sharing stories with neighbors. It's a reminder that life isn't about rushing to the next thing. It's about investing in the now, in what lights you up, no matter how small it may seem to others. So what's your ikigai? It doesn't have to be something dramatic. Maybe it's making the perfect cup of tea each morning. Maybe it's writing letters to a friend who lives far away, or teaching your grandchild how to play the piano. Maybe it's simply showing up for yourself each day, determined to care for your body and mind with a little more grace than the day before. Purpose is deeply personal, but what's universal is its impact. Studies have shown that seniors with a clear sense of purpose are less likely to suffer from depression, memory decline, or chronic illness. And it's not hard to see why. Purpose creates direction. It adds richness to the routines. It gives you a reason to stay engaged with the world. If you've ever had a day where you felt invisible or unimportant, you know how heavy that can feel. But when you start the day with even a small sense of purpose, something you're looking forward to or working toward, it shifts everything. You move differently. You feel more in control. And that mental clarity trickles down into your health, your relationships, and even your sleep. Speaking of sleep, let's not forget that how you begin your day also affects how you end it. A calm, focused morning sets the tone for a peaceful evening. If you fuel your body well early on, you're less likely to crave sugar or caffeine later. If you've moved a little and taken time to breathe, your nervous system is more balanced, making it easier to relax at night. Everything's connected. That's one of the great truths of getting older. You start to realize that the body, mind, and heart don't work in isolation. When one feels neglected, the others notice. But the opposite is true too. When you nurture even one part of yourself, your mind with stillness, your body with water and movement, your spirit with connection and purpose, The benefits ripple outward. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds lovely, but what if I can't do it all every morning? The answer is simple. You don't have to. The goal isn't perfection, it's intention. Some mornings will be messy, life happens, you'll oversleep, you'll get distracted, you'll skip a stretch or reach for the sweet cereal instead of the healthy one. That's okay. What matters is what you do most of the time, not what you do every single day. And as you practice these habits, something subtle will begin to shift. You'll start to notice how good it feels to stretch when you wake up, how refreshing a glass of water can be, how much calmer you feel after just 5 minutes of quiet, how much lighter your spirit is after a quick chat with a neighbor or a walk with a friend. These aren't just routines, they're invitations. Invitations to honor your body, to protect your peace, to choose how you show up in the world, not just for others, but for yourself. And with time, these small acts of self-respect add up. They become the scaffolding that holds up a longer, fuller, more vibrant life. A life where aging isn't something to dread, but something to embrace with curiosity, courage, and care. So, tomorrow morning, when you rise, don't rush. Don't check your phone or dive straight into the news. Instead, ask yourself, what does my body need today? What does my mind crave? What will make my spirit feel just a little more alive? Then do one thing, even if it's small, to honor that answer. Because the truth is, living longer isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. You've earned the right to start your day in a way that feels good. You've earned the space to choose joy, and you've earned the wisdom to know that even the quietest moments can lead to the loudest transformations. Here's to mornings that lift you, habits that heal you, and a life that continues to grow richer with time.